ready to kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Give to the running back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at 5. As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. They'll run it on the counter. There's a crease. Makes it past the marker. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Notre Dame right back to the line.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second and regroup before running this next play.
Wants to throw. It's Carr. Here's the pressure. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
Carr from the gun on third down. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, they weren't throwing to the sticks on that third down. They hit the drag route. They get a nice gain, but that now sets up fourth down with more yards to go, and it's decision time. I think moving forward on third downs, you got to start thinking about routes down the field.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
The missed 56-yarder makes that stop even bigger. Now the offense has outstanding field position. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Looking downfield, it's Potw. Bringing the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long. Containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the grab. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
Well, that time on third and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up fourth.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. On the ground, it's Young. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. makes the catch. It's Porter. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Back to pass, it's Carr. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. The running back has it. Finding some room. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. Really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the big fella. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give is to Williams. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Play action, C.J. Carr. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. I wasn't sure that one was going to get there, but had just enough gas to make it over the crossbar. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Right back to him on the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree, arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keep it on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback running on the draw. Got enough for the first. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners!
And I'll tell you what, reason. I'm not kicking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The ball bounces through the end zone and will be a touchback. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They're down to one timeout left in the half. The give is to Williams. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Gets the back moving. Carr. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Perry on 3rd down. Carr above the noise. Looking long. Leaping grab for a big gain. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Complete. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Play fake. Carr. Going for 6. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air. It's Potw. It's complete to the right. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
You know, the corner route is definitely a timing route because you're pushing straight up the field to make it look like you're running a go, and then you break to the sideline. So quarterback and wide receiver really have to be on the same page with timing.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Now on the move. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll try to make up for that last one on 2nd and 15. Dropping back, it's Potw. It's caught. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. Stops at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Fitted in the window for the score.
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this first half. Great execution.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Shakes off the defender. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On the move. And the run goes nowhere, and that'll send us to halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We get right to it with Indiana in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Miami Hurricanes.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
And it's the Hoosiers in front right now as they look to get back over 500. And this is kind of the point in the season where you find out who you are. Week 5, a crossroads. Can this group find the right path? Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So David adjusts.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Potw. He's going to fire deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away and doing it clean. No PI on that one.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete to the left. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks.
That's pretty good zone defense, man. Zone defense means I got eyes on the quarterback, and when somebody comes into my zone, then I'm communicating with the other guy, and they pass it off and do a good job seeing the crosser, going to him, breaking on the football, getting the tackle, and now forcing the 4th down.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Right on the money. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Possession receivers, you throw it to him, and they'll go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense.
And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Throwing Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
I love the awareness by the DB. Great job, man. It's in your own end zone. You see the ball, you break on it. I'm not trying to catch that thing. I'm trying to swat it down. Make sure I don't give up the touchdown. Nice awareness by the DB.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. This quarterback part of their running game. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. Pocket breaking down. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Irish! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. It'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Under fire, and they got it.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
They need something that goes forward this time on second and long from the 14. Dropping back, it's Potw. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's got his man, makes the grab. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Here's Carr to throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Crosses the 45. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Running inside, it's Mobley. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Stumbled to the ground. Notre Dame lines up quickly. From the gun on third down, Carr. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. That is no good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
Well, that's now the second missed field goal for this kicker. And I'll tell you this, you can't blame the weather for all this. This is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And they're able to make the tackle.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
It's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Potw. Fires to the big fella. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. A designed run for the quarterback. Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on 4th down.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got to have confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win.
They go to the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Potw. Oh, they're after him. It's on target and complete.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on third down would make it easier. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab on third down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
And after that incompletion on third and long, because of where they are in the field and because they have a narrow lead, you'd expect this team to just go ahead, kick the field goal, and take the points.
And it's gone! Tie ball game here in the fourth.
And they trust their kicker, and he drills it. He drills it, ties this game up early in the fourth quarter. Man, this one looks like it's going to be a great finish. We're all knotted up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. And as they say, it's a brand new ball game. That field goal tied it up, and now let's see if they can put together a winning drive. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Carr. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's got room. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on second and long.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on second and inches. The run inside. It's Mobley. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. third down. Complete to the right. He goes down. He needed to get forward to pick up that first down, and now they've got a decision to make on fourth. Fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Timeout is called. Make sure everybody's on the same page. Play clock was down to 4. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Carr to throw for it on fourth. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this crowd trying to give its defense some energy in a clutch spot. Running the red zone, it's Walton. Runs through the tackle. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And on that situation, on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They want to run this quarterback. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the 1. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He got it! And after taking the lead, guys, we still have a big finish coming.
Big-time kick late in the 4th quarter to take the lead. Now, not much time left. Defense has to be ready on the sideline, ready for the 2-minute drill, knowing exactly what you're doing to get one more stop.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass. It's Potw. Makes a catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes.